So I'm sure some of you know Kawasaki has released an EV motorcycle. They have two of them. They have an EV sport bike and a naked sport bike. They've got the sport bike version out here at the AIM Expo, so let's take a look at it. So as their first go with full-size electric motorcycle, they came out with the e-1 and the ZE. Charges off of a 110. You've got two different battery packs in here. The cover comes off. You can take them out and charge them remotely, or there's a charging port back here. You cannot charge at car chargers. You can't use the Tesla supercharger. It is just a 110 charging system. You plug into your house outlet. So if you wanted to, you could charge at a gas station. You could charge at wherever you're going out for a bike night if you wanted to. One of the biggest things that I want to note about this is this bike is not necessarily meant for long distance riding. The range is not great. The top speed is not great. This is originally built for the European market Class 1 motorcycle license. So this is something that is comparable to like a small 125, and it's easy to get when you are just getting started. So very similar to the Kawasaki 400, has the same body styling, has the same type of bars. The cockpit's going to feel a lot like the Z4 or the Ninja 400. There is no clutch to this. There is no shifting to this. This is purely just electric motor, gas and go. There is a boost button that allows you to get extra power for 15 seconds while riding. That gives you that little jump. If you're out trying to pass a car, you can hit that button and go. It gives you a little bit of exhilarating feel too, because it does have a nice little kick to it. If you're real fresh to motorcycles, let's say you just got your license, you're starting to look for your first bike, this could be a good option for you with the e-bike because of the simplicity of it. It's just the turn, the twist of the throttle and go. There's no shifting, there's no paddle shifting. It's just literally turn the gas and you can go. There's a walk mode, there's 3 different modes for level of power. It's very user friendly. So the e-bike is priced at $75.99 currently. I think the Z version of this, the naked version, is about the same price point too. I think the main difference is the fairings. They don't have that one on display today though. Obviously I can't ride these bikes because we're at the expo, we're not out at a demo field, so I can't take them out and go and ride around. But when I talked to the Kawasaki rep yesterday about the e-bike, he said that essentially it feels like a bit of a sluggish 400. It's fast, it's fun, but it's not the super sport that you would want from a 600 or anything of that nature. So keep that in mind if you are looking for your first bike. That is something you could entertain, but again, it depends on where you're riding it. That range is going to be an inhibitor to a lot of people. I can't ride it because I wouldn't even be able to get to my main city of Houston from my house with it. The range is right around 50 miles, so that's a big detriment to that bike. But if range anxiety is a thing that you're concerned with the EV market, and this is something I hear a lot about from people in the YouTube space and social media, where can I ride it? I can't go too far. I can't charge the bike. I just want to be able to put gas in it and go. That's where this bike comes into play. This is their new hybrid. It is the Kawasaki 7 Hybrid. They call it a 7 because the power output between the electric motor and the gas motor comes to around the same power output of a 700cc sport bike. It's a really cool setup. Let me talk about that for a bit. So first and foremost, it's got the typical Ninja styling. It looks really sleek, really boxy. It is very similar to a Ninja 400, but you'll notice that it has a much longer swing arm. That swing arm is to accommodate for the extra space needed for the electric motor because you have an internal combustion engine and a motor that then tie in together. But what I find absolutely amazing on this bike is the transmission. There is still a 6-speed transmission that you operate with paddle shifters. There's no clutch. However, when you look at the engine, it looks like a standard clutch. The way that works is when you hit the paddle shifters, when you're in manual transmission mode, it creates an electrical impulse that then pushes an oil pump here to articulate the arm that is inside of the clutch, actuates like a regular clutch with the 6-speed transmission behind it. So this is very much similar to what you would expect on a Kawasaki engine, and it gives you that like real quick flipping shift, which is really, really cool. I would love to ride this bike too. It's got the nice TFT screen, you've got the raised handlebars. It's going to be something that's really comfortable. It's going to feel like a 400 again. Now, because it's a hybrid, it's not a plug-in hybrid. It is a hybrid with the gas and the electric motors. If you run out of fuel, you just stop at the gas station, you fuel up. It's running around 62 miles per gallon between the two. You can alternate if you wanted to do electric only. Obviously, it's going to have a shorter range because it's not as much of a battery as the e-bike is, but it's still going to give you that economy that you'd want if you're jumping around in the city. It's just a really cool bike in that regard. I will get to ride this in March during bike week, so stay tuned for that. I hope to have a great experience with it. I'm really interested in this bike. Let me show you one last thing that's really cool. This bike is only priced at $12,500. Yes, that seems like a lot for something that would be comparable to a 400, but this is brand new technology. This is the first company to come out with a hybrid motorcycle in a full-size size. That is amazing, and at that price point, you would expect it to be much higher or be lacking of something, but this is a very refined machine. It's a very cool machine. I'm really interested at that price. You can find these in the dealers really soon. They're doing 2 separate production runs in 2024. The first set should be hitting the dealership floors in March of 2024, and then the second set will be hitting in September. Keep your eyes on the dealerships. If you've got questions, go talk to them. Go sit on one. It just looks mean. It looks cool. I think I need one. So which would you get? Would you get the e-motor or would you get the hybrid? I'm leaning towards the hybrid myself. Let me know in the comments what you think. As always, stay safe out there and have fun. Thanks so much.